Okay, so today I wanted to talk to you about internalized racism. Okay, so if you're white, you have internalized racism. You just do. I know you can't like touch it or see it or feel it, and you don't really know how it plays out in your actions, but I want to tell you that you do have it. You do have it, okay? Like you could think that you are the least racist person in the entire world. You could have like all of these friends who are black and Hispanic and Arab and Muslim and all of those things. But you know what? You're still racist. Yeah. You still have that internalized racism. Maybe you're not acting out upon those internal urges that white people are just inherently born with, but you do have it. And the reason why white people have it is because they're inherently privileged. Yeah. Your privilege makes you racist. Yeah, and it's so internalized that you just deny it and you can't see it and you're like, but shit, I'm doing everything I can not to be racist. You're still racist. I want you to know that. You still are racist. Yeah, you're an evil human being. I just want you to accept that because you have to accept that part about yourself. And you just have to live with it. Because here's the thing, you could, like, I don't know, go to therapy, take, psychedelics, speak to your God, just dive into your inner psyche and look through all the demons and shadows that you have in your heart and in your mind. And, I mean, you're never going to find it. It doesn't work like that. Jeez, you people are so dumb. You're never going to be able to overcome it that way. I mean, like, even if you were to reach into the depths of your psyche to try to fix it, it's like, it's not fixable. It's essentially like original sin, okay? Like, you don't get rid of original sin. That's why it's called original sin. It's like the same with men and internalized misogyny. Like, men are just inherently have internalized misogyny. They're misogynists no matter what they do, no matter what they say, no matter who they associate or what they think, they have misogyny. So men are just all shit because they all have this internalized misogyny. You know what I mean? Like, ladies, you know what I mean. I'm sure you've all been on the receiving end of that internalized misogyny, mansplaining. Have you ever been on a bus and there's a guy and he's just all like sprawled out and he's just like taking up space and shit, and you're just like, oh my God, how fucking sexist. Like, I have that thought on like a daily basis. It's awful here in Portland. Men are so fucking sexist here. And then, like, you hear, like, all these stories about, like, men and, like, women are, like, in, like, the, they're, like, in the business world, yeah. And, all these men, they come up to the women and just fucking out of the blue, like, no reason whatsoever. And they're like, yeah, that's cute, honey. You keep trying. I mean, it's terrible. Oh, like, these men, they're so condescending of these young women who are, these young women who try to, like, go into, like the business, like, setting and, like, stuff like that. They are, like, totally on, like, the right, not, like, the right, like, conservative, like, because everybody knows conservatives are just fucking batshit crazy. No, they're on the right side of history, you know what I mean? Like, they deserve those jobs. They deserve to have the highest paying job that they can possibly get. Do you understand that? And anybody who stands in their way of achieving, becoming, like, CEO or any of that, because they have more skills skills, or because they're better at the job, or because they deserve it more, or some bullshit like that. Like, no, that's internalized misogyny. Do you understand that? Like, at this point, like, every single CEO in the United States should be a woman, and the fact that they're not is misogyny. And it's because men are just so inherently misogynistic. And then you have the women out there who also are like misogynistic to themselves. They're like, I want to be a stay-at-home mom. I want to like raise my children so that, you know, they're not raised in a really shitty education system. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, no, ladies, you're either with us or you're against us. And anything in between that, you're just piece of shit. Okay, yeah. You can't be like kind of with us. You have to be completely with us. Okay? You're either with us or you're our enemy. Okay? And it's really unfortunate, but all of these women, like all over the country, they're like, I'm happy raising kids. And I'm just thinking to myself, oh my God, you should have gotten an abortion. Like, don't you understand? You have rights now. You have rights. You don't have to be a stay-at-home mom. Like, oh my God, wouldn't that be so terrible? You know, being able to stay home every day, raise your own children, cuddle with them, feed them, make sure that they're doing okay, make sure that they're learning the right things in school, making sure that they're actually progressing as a human being, making sure that they have enough love and attention and affection so that they become a decent human being, making sure that their father is around so that, oh, and that's the other thing, like, what's with this? Oh, babies need fathers? Like, what the fuck is that? Like, no. What needs to happen is that us women, we need to come up with a way to fuse two egg cells together so that we only have female babies. Like, it would be totally viable. It would totally work. I know it would. That wouldn't lead to like the disaster of society or anything like that. No, what we need to do is just be a species of all females. That's the only way that we're going to make it fair. And we're going to have to like come up with like one color too, because like, quite frankly, all of these colors is the reason why racism exists. And white people, you know, we gotta wipe out the white people first. And then we'll mix the rest of the brown people together and we'll create one giant super race, and it will be far superior to like anything the whites came up with. And like all of the racism and the misogyny will be fixed if we do that. 'Cause like, who the fuck needs a man? Like, all these women who are like, I'm straight, I like having sex with men, I like dick. Oh my God, like, seriously? Ugh, it's like the grossest thing. Like, why can't you just be happy with pussy? Like, us regular lesbians, like, the rest of you women who like men, oh my God, how sick can you be? I mean, they're men. They're so misogynistic. See the mansplaining example again. And then you have like fuckers like Stefan Molyneux who suggest that our societal woes are because of fatherlessness. Like, what type of bullshit is that? Everybody knows that men are misogynistic, and that if you have a male child, you need to make them feel like shit about their sex to the point where they want to become transgendered. And, you know, that's a good thing. That is a good thing. You know, you just beat down the child. You keep telling them, you know, men are worthless, you're worthless, you're worthless, you're worthless. You just say this over and over again. Eventually they'll want to be a girl. It's like the best idea ever. Oh, and this whole concept of like men being around to raise their children, like, who the fuck does that anyway? Like, men don't do that. Like, men are evil, horrible pieces of scum who just take off at any point in time, you know? Like, this one feminist friend I knew, she, like, had a baby with this guy. Like, ew, I know, gross, right? She should have aborted it. Anyway, she she was dating this guy. He gets her pregnant. She has a little boy. And so she starts doing that thing I was telling you, like, you're evil, you're horrible, you're a piece of shit because you're a boy. And, like, the guy was like, holy fuck, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm going to divorce you and take my child with me. And it was the most sexist, misogynistic thing I've ever heard of in my entire life. And all of his friends are like, no, he's just being a good father. He's trying to protect his child from child abuse. Like, what the fuck? She wasn't hitting him. Ugh. You people are, like, disgusting. Just because she wants her child to have hormone replacement treatment doesn't mean she's abusing him. Okay? It's like, she just wants him to be a girl. Like, do you get that? Not everybody is as lucky as my sister to have a baby girl. Like, my sister got fucking lucky. And, like, just, like, I feel so bad for women who give birth to boys. Like, boys are just fucking awful. Anyway, I hope this was super enlightening. I know I talked a little bit more about internalized misogyny than I did about internalized racism. But yeah, so basically the solution to all of our societal woes and problems is just to eliminate the problem. So we need to eliminate the white people, and we need to eliminate the men. And what we will eventually have is a super mixed race of people who are all female. That's what's going to happen. We will eventually have the science and technology to make that happen. And we will just engineer the perfect species of female superiority. And it's going to be amazing. I am so excited for the future. Can you just imagine how amazing that would be? It would be so fantastic. Anyway, I'm perfectly safe because I'm not only am I a woman, like female bodied, but I'm also like trans because I used to be a man, you know, male gendered, but then I decided, well, you know, there's really no benefit to that anymore because we're going to smash the patriarchy. The patriarchy is going to come down at some point. So it's really more beneficial just for the future to be a woman. So I am a woman. But I'm trans because I used to be male gendered, but now I'm female gendered. And I'm also safe on the race front because everybody knows that race is just a social construct. And I'm transracial. Okay, like I seriously feel like I'm seriously like black, you know? Like that's why my preferred pronoun is Queen Latifah. Okay? Like, so yeah. So if you like this video, I would really suggest you share it and just get out the word about internalized racism and internalized misogyny and how shitty all these people are. Just tell all of them. If you know a stay-at-home mom, send her this video. She needs to know how bad and evil and wrong she is for wanting to take care of her children. And especially if she has boy children, like, we need to nip that in the bud. Like, we need to teach these women to start treating those little boys like shit so they want to become women. Because that's the only way that we can allow them in our society, is if they are actively trying to be women. And it's not enough if they just cuck for us, okay? That's not enough. They have to actually want to be women and like want to go through hormone replacement therapy, and eventually they should have a vagina. Like, they need to have their dick removed. It's really offensive to have a penis, right? All right. So I want you to share this video. Get out this message. This is a really, really important societal message to get out there, okay? And also, yeah, subscribe, and also you can follow me on Twitter. The Twitter is the bomb right now, right? Although, there's so many fucking racist, people. They're all talking about this Keck figure. Oh my god, all of these fucking Nazi trolls. Ugh. Anyway, I need to go to work, so by work, I mean, go lay around all day, because I don't really have a job. All right, well, you all have a great day. I love all of you. Peace and love and prosperity and joy and hope and peace and all of those amazing, wonderful things that women came up with. I love you.